This podcast can be rude, crude, but always fabulous. If you don't like bad language, discussions of a sexual nature, or gays, turn off now. Otherwise...
Hello and welcome to a spooktacular edition of 5 Gays, 1 Girl and a Podcast. We have diminished numbers today because some of us are dead. Joe has ventured beyond the wall to search for White Walker. And then Joel, our Bristolian, is lost in the channel. Maybe beheaded by a great white shark. Who knows?
Oh, God.
Yes, so sadly we're missing two of our gays, but instead we do have some fabulous company hosting this delectable delight of fear and fright. It's me, Lee, Leatherface Hardwick, dancing through the night. Oh. Hanging up this Halloween with me is our very own Cruella de Vil. If she doesn't scare you, no evil thing will. It's Lady G.
Hello.
Hoping for a full moon tonight is our resident werewolf and spooky Scotsman, Mr. Ewan McRae.
Why is Chewbacca here?
It was a werewolf crossed with the bagpipes.
And finally, hoping we've caught him on a good day, it's our own Jekyll and Hyde, the utterly ghoulish Gary John Sr.
Oh, thank you, darling. Thank you. Very good.
So, this Halloween episode, well, I guess we should start by being like, what does everybody think Halloween is?
I think it's an opportunity to dress like a slut.
I knew you were going to say that. All right, mean girls.
And just add some blood and it's fine.
Add some animal ears.
I'm a master.
A master. Are we quoting Mean Girls? The hardcore girls just wear lingerie.
I mean, I have gone out in lingerie for Halloween.
But also not just at Halloween.
And also everyday life.
Why do people go sexy for Halloween?
If you're dressing up, you've got to be a slut.
Do you?
Why?
Does anyone remember when it became kind of big here, though? Because you know how we always look at Halloween and it's like, it's massive in America. Like, literally, you go over there, it is like Christmas over there. There's just decorations everywhere, like pumpkins on everyone's like lawns and their steps, whatever. And here, we used to like, well, when I was growing up, they used to like have sermons at school being like, don't go out trick-or-treating. Yeah, we used to have the vicars to come and like tell us not to go trick-or-treating.
Oh,
What?
No.
My family
What sort of
are
Agatha
allowed.
Christie fucking thing were you living in?
A Church of England school.
Oh, that's it. There it is. Because they thought you'd been to witchcraft if you went out.
Exactly.
Like that and Harry Potter.
My family have always loved Halloween. We always do a pumpkin.
What does Ted do at Halloween?
Ted is big into Halloween.
Is he?
I used to have little Halloween parties for me and my friends. I went trick-or-treating until I was 16, until the people in the village were like, are you not a bit old for this?
I'm 47.
Hello.
Trick or treat.
I do remember being instilled into me at a young age. In Scotland, they call it guising, not trick-or-treating.
Oh.
It's called guising.
I quite like that.
You go out
Why do the Scottish have to just change shit?
because we have more history than you.
What, so you just take an American tradition that's been brought to England and then change it to be Scottishy?
So maybe we changed it and then you changed it into something else. So actually you got it,
Scottishy.
like, third hand.
Really?
Anyway, guising. We probably invented it. Scottish people are the best.
Well, Ewan is actually onto something there because I decided to look at the origins of Halloween. Like
According to Wikipedia.
Yes, according to Wikipedia.
Oh, that you and edited before this evening.
Never.
According to the internet, it's actually a Gaelic and Welsh tradition.
Yes.
It comes from Sam Hain. Which,
You know him well, do
I've
you?
heard
Ewan?
Sam
No idea
Hain.
who
Sam
that
Hain's
is.
lovely. He's on Grindr.
No, so that's a Celtic festival of some sort, which is more Irish Celtic than Scottish
Oh,
Celtic.
so you stole it from the Irish.
Well, I'm half Irish, so I can claim both.
You're always plugging the Scottish thing. This Irish
Yeah.
thing, I think he's whipping that out when you
yeah,
need
when
it.
it suits you.
Yeah.
Definitely when it suits me.
Yeah, no, it's that one bloody cheeky bugger.
But it also has its roots in paganism as well.
Oh.
Yeah. So it's quite English, really, and or British in its
And what was the original meaning of it?
Halloween. All Hallows Eve is the original.
It's not when the spirits were allowed to come.
No,
and
because
I'm
he says guising is trick or treat, right?
Yeah.
So what was the origin of trick or treat?
My mum always instilled into me that when you were guising, you had to do something, and I always remember that.
What do
So,
you
like,
mean?
Well, you don't just go to the door and be like, "Give me some money."
Well-
Like you had to, you had to do something. You had to like do a little dance or like say a poem or like do a little song or like a
that's so
dance.
Scottish.
So Scottish,
Can I
you do
just
something
put
for,
it out there?
I'm
I'm
a trick,
Scots
right?
love fucking
That's
shit
why
like
Scottish
dancing.
have good work ethic. You do something for the shit that you're earning.
Wear a fucking skirt and do a jig.
I know. I never wanted to say jig. You don't wear
Is
kilts at
anybody
Halloween.
else thinking the sound guising sounds a little bit gay?
You're thinking like cruising.
Oh, yeah. But yeah,
Different
is that
thing.
called guising in Scotland?
No, it's called cruising. Like
Oh.
or cottaging. I mean, it's the same.
Oh, you
thing.
haven't changed the word for that.
Bumming. I can't think of anything Scottish that's like.
Bumming.
I can't think of a Scottish specific. Unless you like made like
Pacific.
specific. Specific.
Okay,
So what did you used to do when you knocked on the door?
You knocked on the door and then people would stare at
The
you.
guy
and
go.
then
You go
would-
in. The guy's got his bum in the air. You say hi. You fuck on camera. It's on XTube in 2 weeks' time.
That is disgusting.
that is a trick.
But it's
or
also
treat.
what happens is #real.
You do something and then you get like some sweets or a bit of change.
What is the
or...
something that you used to do?
That's what I mean. You come up with something. So you do like a little dance or a poem or a little song or like ask a riddle or
Sorry. I'm sorry, Ewan. But what would you do, Claire? If someone knocked on your door and read you a poem.
Did you just go to people's doors and ask for shit?
Yeah.
So this
Trick or treat.
This is the difference between English and Scottish work ethic.
Sorry, wait.
Scottish people,
Ewan.
people just get given things. You
Ewan.
don't think you have to do anything, and Scottish people
Ewan.
have to work for
Ewan.
their shit. I'm not fucking guising in Lee's living room to you. What's Claire doing?
Wait, am I knocking or am I?
You're
on
right.
Are you going to answer the door, Mrs. Grant?
Hello.
Hi, Mrs. Grant. I would
mean,
like
it's a
to
Scottish accent to confirm.
I can't do one. I would like to read you a poem.
Okay.
Her name was Claire. She was very fair. She was a bit of a mare. I've forgotten the rest. Can I have some money?
But I'd like to point out that I was dressed as a really adorable alien at the time.
No, because that was not a Halloweeny poem.
So you never have to do anything for anything
No, you
at
just
trick
go
or treating.
trick or treat.
That is blowing my mind.
Hello.
Alright, Miss Grant, I'm going to do a little bit of an interpretive dance. Is that alright for you?
Yes.
You can't do interpretive dance.
Oh, that's delightful.
Can I have a money? Can I have a tenner?
It's so Halloweeny.
Can I have a tenner?
I'll give you
Can I have a tenner?
tuppence, young man.
Are you Joel?
I'm Joel now.
Joel would be very good at interpreting
Can I have a tenner?
You never get a tenner.
Oh God, no! You wouldn't get any.
Don't go to Mrs. Grant, right? Tatars co.
We used to get changed.
I don't know why you know the West
Yeah, I'd
Country.
get change. People in the village would.
But
give you
I
change.
think this happened everywhere. So when trick or treaters have come to my door in London, and if they don't do something, they don't get anything.
What? They knock on your door. They say trick or treat, and you say, "Do me a fucking dance."
No, they
or
say
I'll
trick or
kill
treat.
and then
they
you
say-
get
they say-
petrol bombed.
They say
yeah.
trick or treat, and I'm like, what are you gonna do for it? And then it's a bit awkward for a while, and then
So-
And then they suck your penis in there.
and then we're all winners. I get a blowjob, they get sweets.
OMG!
Wow. From the children?
No, just for the record.
Thanks for clarifying.
Yeah,
Oh my
fucking
God.
hell.
So it actually turns out that the origins of it do come from that kind of thing. So since the Middle Ages.
From blowjobs.
No, not from Scotland. From blowjobs.
Children giving blowjobs in Scotland.
No.
Mrs.
No.
Grant.
You knew it! Conspiracy!
I just wanted to do a dance.
Everything goes back to children giving blowjobs in Scotland. I fucking knew it!
Thanks for clarifying, Lee. Oh, I did a huge spit.
I just ducked out of the way of it.
No. Since the Middle Ages, there has been a tradition of mumming on a certain holiday.
What?
Mumming!
It involved going door to door in costume, performing short scenes or parts of plays in exchange for food or
Told
drink.
you!
Food or drink? Oh, yes,
Yeah.
sweetie.
The custom of trick or treating on
whiskey.
Halloween may come from the belief that supernatural beings or the souls of the dead roamed the earth at this time and needed to be appeased. So you're doing your trick to appease the spirit.
Mrs. Grant!
Yes.
The whole world is a stage and we are merely players.
And can I have a tenner?
No.
Oh, fuck you then, you dirty old cunt.
Kids are violent these days. Kids are dirty.
What do people like to do on Halloween apart from go out? I know we kind of like have done
Apart from
that.
get blowjobs.
I like doing pumpkins.
Okay. What kind of pumpkins do you like to do, Lady G?
Charlie Dimmock likes to do pumpkins.
Like
2002 wanted its reference back in
hollowing pumpkins and doing their faces.
Oh.
And I also play Halloweeny games.
I was going to say, yeah, what Halloween is going to be different in Scotland again, isn't it?
Well, I
Halloween,
mean-
the Halloween games you used to play as a kid. So my mum used to do one where you string up jam donuts
Yeah.
on a string across the kitchen.
Oh.
Yeah.
And then spray cream on them, and then you have to like eat them with your hands
Okay.
behind your back.
Oh, we did
Don't
apples.
spray cream on them.
We did the thing with the apples and the water.
Yeah, bobbing
Yeah,
for
apple
apples.
bobbing.
Yeah.
Duking.
Right.
Duking.
I've never heard of donuts on a string.
Fuck off, you.
Duking. That's what duking is. Duking for apples.
No.
Ducking.
Duking.
No, it's ducking.
Duking.
I mean, it's fucking bobbing.
Duking
Bobbing
for
is
apples.
bobbing. It's bobbing because they
duking.
bob. You bob your
You're
head.
duking for apples.
Duking is not a fucking word.
Duking for apples.
Apple bobbing.
Duking for apples. And
What
the
else do
donut
you
one.
do? I've never
The
done the
flour
donut
game.
on a
Oh, the
rope.
Smarties in the flour.
Well,
The what?
no, we wouldn't do Smarties. We do like a wrapped boiled sweet.
That's really easy. 'cause
A
they're
wrapped
massive.
boiled sweet
Smartie,
in a flour.
you've got to eat it covered in flour.
That's the point.
Oh,
and it's
this
all
is
over your
fucking
face.
bullshit. What the fuck is this?
I've never played
You
this.
put- you
What's
get-
this
you
fucking
get-
Hansel and
you-
Gretel bullshit?
You get a tray of flour and you put Smarties in, and you have to eat the Smarties with your mouth, but then you get flour on your face.
Nose it out.
Those are kids wandering around with like loads of powder all over their noses.
You know, I would do this like with my
In
friends
Colombia,
at my
we
Halloween
all
party.
apple bob for apples. It is. Where are you from?
Where are you from now?
I can't do
Oh my god,
accents.
Gary
We've been
said
through
about
this.
4 accents to me tonight, and every time they've been nowhere funny.
Nowhere near.
I can't do accents. It's.
Why are you trying then?
I'm really
I don't know.
enjoying it.
Thanks.
It started off well and then it became Indian.
Everyone becomes
It always
Indian.
becomes Indian.
How about horror movies? Does anyone watch horror movies on Halloween?
I watch them every.
I watch.
I love
Oh
it.
yeah.
Yeah.
But
Some great horror
particularly,
movies.
there's some
Okay.
great ones about Halloween actually.
Hello.
Mrs. Grant, want to know what your favourite horror film is? I don't know who this character is, but I quite like him.
Is it Joel because he's not here?
It's Joel, yeah, it's Joel. It's like
From beyond the
Georgie and
grave.
Joel.
We're
Georgie
channel-
and Joel.
They're Marley and Marley.
I came from a dirty old place. Where you from? Mrs. Grant, tell us what your favourite horror film.
I've got 2.
Go on.
Scream
Okay, yeah, good
Good
choice.
Good choice.
Yeah.
or
Postmodern, fantastic. Love it.
The Ring
Which one, the Japanese or the remake?
remake.
Get the fuck out. Get the fuck out.
Very strong.
But the
reaction.
Japanese is much better.
I think I struggle to name my favourite horror film. I keep talking about The Descent because I watched it recently
Rubbish.
and it's so fucking good. I
Descent
love it.
shit.
It's amazing! Claire, The Descent is about 5 women, 4 women, 6 women? A group of women
The decent.
that go into a cave and then they get lost and then there's maybe some monsters. I don't want to spoil it for people. It's really good.
There's monsters.
Do you
And they
know
can't
about
see
the
light.
Shittest horror film I've fucking seen recently.
What?
The fucking Babadook.
Oh, that's great.
Oh, that looks great!
It's so
You're such a basic
shit.
The first Halloween movie is amazing.
Is it scary?
I watched, yeah, that's the thing. 'cause I
Or is
watched.
it like
No,
funny
it's not scary.
You wouldn't find it
No,
scary
it is
now.
scary. No, it is because I remember watching a lot of horror films around the time, and then somehow Halloween's still freaking me out. There's something
It's
really
that end
scary
scene.
about it.
It's
Yeah.
the
When
end
he gets
scene
up.
when you don't know, and
There's
it
something-
just shows you shots of the house, and you're like,
Okay, so
where
I'll
can
watch
he be?
it tomorrow.
There's something scary.
There
about
are okay. We've got the classics. What out of the classics still scare you? Because we've got the ones where we can kind of go, oh yeah, it's great for
it.
this reason.
What saying that screams?
The Shining still creeps me
that's
out.
Oh
a
my
great
God,
film.
Shining's
No, I think
so
Shining I find
creepy.
funny now.
I
didn't
love The
find The
Shining. Long
Shining.
corridors and the kids.
The kids, the twins.
I didn't find The Shining
Now on Elm
scary.
Street doesn't scare me, but I still adore it. Texas Chainsaw Massacre is a fantastic film in terms of sound. It's scary. The last 20 minutes
Yeah.
is just a woman screaming with a chainsaw.
And running
sound.
for the woods.
Yeah.
It's horrible. It makes you feel like crap.
Texas Chainsaw
but it's not
Massacre is good.
I've not
scary.
seen
It makes
it.
you feel uncomfortable.
As I say, I
that.
love horror films, and I don't get scared that much anymore. But Scream somehow still freaks me out a bit. Something about like the real.
It's
It's
the
the
home.
jump-
It's the home
Exactly.
invasion
Exactly.
element
like
of it.
something about
Exactly.
it still freaks
It was
me out.
that sort of early
I
home
watch a lot of
invasion
gore
thing.
as well, but somehow like the
Yeah,
lead up to them
postmodern.
getting stabbed still freaks me out. I'm like, ugh.
It's very jumpy.
Yeah, it's very. That's probably it.
Jumpy
it's very
is
jumpy.
what's-
I'm going to put
Scary.
one out there,
Yeah.
and it's not actually that good a film, but the premise is terrifying. It's actually a remake of a French film, I think. Strangers.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Have you
Creep
seen that
Is that
one?
with the
Yes.
mask?
Yeah.
Yes.
Why they
That
break
is
in and
fucking
just
scary.
Yeah. Because there's a French film called Ills, which is them.
Yeah.
And it's just about this home invasion where these people just basically get
That is actually
tortured
a
by these
fucking
people.
scary film.
It's
with
so
strangers.
scary. That's what you want.
It's a whole genre now, that home invasion.
Do we
Yeah,
count
yeah.
stuff like The Purge scary? 'Cause
I
really
fucking
like
hated
those
The
films.
It's a horror film.
That fucking kid.
It's a terrible film.
That
yeah.
retarded kid who's basically like throughout the entire film with his little robot. Hated
So
it.
but
Yeah,
the
but
Purge,
there's
the Purge,
Purge 2.
the Purge I put into a
The
category.
Purge, Purge 2, Purge 3, fuck them.
The Purge I
seen
put into a
Purge.
category of films where I know it's going to be shit, but I watch it with a friend with some wine and we have a great time.
Yeah,
Which I do
haven't
with a
seen
lot.
the
With
Yeah.
a lot of
All
horror
right, I'll
films,
give you
like-
that.
Do you know what I mean? And that's a lot of what horror films I like. You know what's going to happen, but somehow that makes it more enjoyable.
This is
That's
not.
what I'm like with the
So
Conjuring / Annabelle thing.
Yeah,
that's
well,
my.
maybe
sort of-
see, that's your
I could.
thing.
Me
With-
and Chris were sat watching that the other night. We're like, it's not scary.
It's not.
It's just fun.
Yeah.
I don't
It's
get. I
all
don't get
fun.
the same
And
satisfaction
also,
from them.
There's some jumpy moments, but I don't jump because I'm dead inside.
Either
But I
like
was
a well-made horror film that surprises me, and I'm like, yes, that was a good horror film, and I feel great. Or I want one where I know it's going to be shit, and I just have wine.
I've not watched anything in a long time where I've come away from it going, fuck, what are they doing?
Insidious is quite good.
No, it's not.
Terrible.
That's a possessed kid, right?
Crap.
It's a paranormal. It's a
Is that
paranormal.
the one where they lie people down and put the bucket of rats on their tummy?
What?
No, that's Game of Thrones.
No, no.
Or just old school torture?
I've seen a
methods?
film recently. Maybe
Game
it's
of
not
Thrones.
Insidious. Maybe it's similar to that.
Do you know what else I hate? The
And it was
paranormal
scary.
activity ones. They just.
I
rake
found
it
that
in,
I
pointless.
thought I would
Paranormal
find them
rubbish.
Okay,
More like.
Did you watch that in the cinema though? It's good in the cinema.
Yeah.
It's just, no, I hate. It's just so. It's like being on like a theme park ride. It's not a film.
Okay,
I thought
it's
I'd
not
find it
technically
scary, but it
horror,
was good.
but I do. My massive guilty pleasure is the Saw films.
Okay, I like the Saw
fucking
films.
love the Saw
They're like
movies.
torture
Again,
porn,
they're
but-
done like it's just like for fun. You're like,
No,
what's
they are
gonna
total
happen?
fun. They are
Yeah.
not scary. They're just gory
I
on
liked
purpose.
the
They're
first
fun.
3, and then
Then
I
it
got
went off.
bored.
Yeah, same.
I
I
was
was like
like,
Saw 7 or what was the
There's
fuck
no
it was.
like,
New
it's
one's
just
coming
the
out.
same
Jigsaw,
thing,
yeah.
and they're like,
Excited.
me. Oh, what about
Chucky.
Final Destination?
Yes.
Love the Final Destination
They
films.
freak me out a bit.
They're hilarious.
They're so much
Don't
fun.
watch them like
The
yeah,
fucking
yeah, yeah.
sunbed film.
Third one, the
freaks me
sunbed.
fuck
Oh my
out,
God.
where you're like, oh my gosh. Every time I've been to sunbed, I'm like, okay, the door's still open. It's fine. And I always look around and I'm like, what would I cover myself with? And they put like little bath mats on the floor.
Yeah,
and I'm like,
yeah.
I curl up on the floor and put this bath mat on my head.
But they go.
I
that's what saying,
love Final
They
Destination.
go along the same thing I was saying. Is it's just enjoyable. They're self-aware of how silly they are.
Of
and
course,
they go
exactly.
in for it,
You're
and that's
totally
why
right.
it's fun. Like
Yeah.
that's why people enjoy horror films. That you go along for the ride.
Has anyone here seen any of the Hellraiser films?
Yes.
No.
No.
I fucking love Hellraiser.
Pin it.
It's dirty old Clive Barker and his dirty old gay sex S&M shit going on. It's great. Honestly,
Why
you
have
should
you gone
watch
to
it.
West Country again?
That's where he's from.
Joel's back.
Clive Barker.
Joel's back.
I opened this little
They're
box,
different
takes me to
guys.
L. I'm like, I don't know where you're from.
So we're obviously all horror film fans here. What is it that makes us enjoy horror films when other people just can't watch them because they won't sleep?
I think it's that you vicariously experience real life horror through watching the movies. So stuff that you would never dream of doing, i.e., like kill a person, as much as. But you kind of experience that short kind of weird thrill through.
You're getting the thrill of killing people. through
No.
watching horror films.
But you don't get the thrill of killing people. But you go through the adrenaline rush of like
Okay, that makes sense.
someone chasing you or like being in that position of fear, and that is something that people either are like "Ah!" about or they're like, oh my god, it's like going on a roller coaster,
So-
same
Yeah,
kind of thing.
fear
Yeah.
creates adrenaline.
Yeah.
So I read something
For-
recently which was really interesting and made a lot of sense to me. In that, if someone wrote an article who experienced a lot of like random anxiety in life for no reason, and they loved watching horror films because it made it go away, and I experience that sometimes as someone who has a lot of random
Don't worry, it's
anxiety that's misplaced. Sometimes watching a horror film really helps, and you just feel a lot better. I think it's like having.
Get sort of anxiety.
Yeah, I think for me, like, it places the anxiety in a context rather than
Yeah.
just being
Yeah.
free floating and have
That
fun
works.
until, like,
I
aim
get
it on.
I
that.
understand that.
Yeah.
I think I just like being scared.
I think
That's a similar. It's a similar ballpark.
Yeah.
horror films,
Like, why do you like being scared?
like I was saying this before, it's like for me,
It's exciting.
they work in a way that
yeah,
I
it's,
think.
it's
That's it.
adrenaline,
For
isn't
me,
it?
the reason why I enjoy horror films so much is because of usually down to the psychology or the technical part of what it is about a horror film that scares. It's like I come away from a horror film looking at it and going, "Oh, this was scary because of this, this, and this." That's why I enjoy it, because it's like, oh, there's a technical
Yeah,
aspect
oh, yeah,
to it
'cause
which
if
is
I-
fun.
Oh yeah, because if there's a horror,
And someone's made it in a way that is scary, and they've done all this behind it, and that sort of fascinates
yeah,
me.
I get weird fascination. Like if a horror film does something new that I've not seen before, that's scares me, I'm
Exactly.
like, oh,
Exactly.
Oh, that was good. Oh,
But then
yes.
I was saying before, and you
Oh, well done.
you argued with me saying it was niche. That's why for me, scary games. When you're playing a scary video game, and it could be based on a horror thing, you know, what's the word I'm after?
Series.
Series or something. You know, it could be based on anything. But you're playing that game, and therefore you're in it. That is scarier than watching passively.
that means you can make it
something
scary
happen.
because your
Exactly.
attention
Well,
is fully in something.
And that's
like that.
fucking terrifying.
Well, and then they got the VR stuff that you can see.
oh, the VR stuff can fuck right off.
And it's like
Fuck
scared of shit
Oh my
out of you.
God.
It really tricks people's brains. Like, you see people just unable to handle it. Like, it just changes the wiring in your brain. Like, you know that you're not there, but because you're moving your head and seeing things, and what you're doing is like relating to the game.
Have you ever worn one though? Literally,
I've done those like those basic tests on Google Glasses where it's shit graphics, and it still messes with your head. I was like, that was weird.
It's like I did a test on one. It was in a Star Wars game actually, and oh my God, I came out of it feeling sick. Like I was just like, it's
your
just,
brain's is completely.
yeah, it's weird.
I can't do VR. VR makes me feel ill. So okay, so what else are we talking about scary wise?
All right, well,
what scares us?
Exactly, what scares us? What are the things that get us like feeling like that?
Okay, what scares us? Claire, she says picking
More
crisps
old-
out of her teeth.
Yeah.
We're all like late 20s, early 30s
I'm not
now.
really
so
sure
it's probably
I'm
like
scared.
No,
Like,
but some stuff still must scare
Yeah.
you. Okay, what scared you as a kid?
things like turning up at a party empty-handed and.
Do you know what? Things that turn up a party. When I was a kid, hated it. Being at a party without knowing
You're,
anyone, being the only
you're a
kid,
social weirdo.
didn't like it. That to me is that to me as a kid was the scariest thing, and it happened on several occasions.
I've just
I was
never
stood there
had
like,
a phobia.
with
Scary.
Yeah, I'm not sure I'm scared of things.
You must be scared of something.
I feel like I must be, but I just can't think of it right now.
Like, I feel like would have really middle class.
Would you be scared of like spiders or
You are
rats
scared of
or
the homeless.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
dirt?
What if you were suddenly on a night out with no makeup and like no outfit on?
What, naked?
No, not naked. No makeup, but like Primark joggers on.
Why just leave?
No, but you couldn't leave.
Are you scared of spiders?
No.
I'm scared of
Scared
spiders.
of heights?
No.
Scared of rats?
No.
Snakes.
Scared of wasps?
No.
Small
Snakes?
spaces. Big spaces.
No.
Medium spaces.
Beards?
No.
Yeah.
No. I
Can't
don't
think of
have
else.
like. I don't
Ghosts.
have any
Astronauts.
big phobias.
The unknown.
The dark.
No.
So I had a scary experience when I was a kid.
Ooh, tell us.
So I decided to play with a Ouija board. So
Was this last week?
no.
Ouija board.
Oh! It's Joel Ross.
He's
doing it?
He's joining us from beyond the grave.
And Joe Coppock. We forgot about him as well.
Okay, so your Ouija
Sorry,
experience.
So Ouija board. So I'd watched one too many horror movies. I was probably about like 10, and
How'd you figure out masturbating by this stage?
This is
No.
not relevant.
no.
Well, you could be fucking doing that instead of doing a Ouija
I
board.
was
You're
like
obsessed.
Stranger Things. It was like Stranger Things age. We decided to buy a Ouija board from like a
you
game
bought
shop.
one, you didn't even make one.
No, bought one.
You meant to make it.
Well, I assume you can make it. It's just
Yeah.
Oh, I
like
thought-
it's
Well,
just a
yeah,
stick
but-
and some letters, right?
Well, yeah, but they're laid out in a really like specific
Anyway.
way.
Okay.
Sorry, we'll stop
Sorry.
So we did it, and we were just like messing around, and we were like, "Oh, we're gonna do it on like a Bible," just like one of these like awful tropes where you're like, "I'm gonna do stuff." And we'd just been doing a project on space in year 5, and
you were little.
yeah, so I was only like 10 years old. Yeah,
It's year
so
5.
we brought in dinosaurs for this project because apparently there's dinosaurs in space.
Ewan's being Scottish and annoying.
What?
He didn't know what year 5 was, and I was trying to.
Oh,
explain.
the equivalent.
And then I couldn't remember how old I was. In
The
year
Scottish
5.
school system makes so much more sense.
9, 10, 10, 11, 9, 10 is year 5.
9, 10.
Scottish 10.
You do 1 to 7, then you do 1 to 6, and then you go to uni.
Oh, because you have the upper. Yeah,
No,
okay.
I don't know. You were somewhere.
Year 9,
No,
back
you
on.
weren't wanking yet.
Stop.
You were 9 to
Pre-teen.
10.
Pre-teen.
You're pre-wanking.
You're
Pre-teen.
obsessed
Anyway.
with.
No, I'm
Unless-
trying to age it in
unless-
Scottish terms. You were
Unless you were
pre-wanking.
Gary, and Gary was wanking furiously.
Oh, like a fucking buzzard.
Oh.
like a
buzzard.
buzzard.
A monkey buzzard.
So anyway,
Anyway.
All right, we're in pre-wank stage at school.
Yeah.
Ewan
Oh
was
my god.
Knowing what was going on, we can say that. It's fine. It's 2012.
and yeah, so I brought a Jurassic Park toy into school, and it was like one of those Dilophosaurus things that you would put the arm down and go like make those like weird noises.
Yeah, I'm with you.
I
So
love how this relates to Ouija.
well, because basically we
Or
like
wanking.
we read out like a command. I can't even remember exactly what the command was now, but we read out a command to the like to the ether, like for the Ouija board, and nothing moved on the board. So we were like, oh, this is bullshit. Anyway, next thing we know, fucking shit tons of these dinosaur things just start going off in line, and they're on the other side of the room, and I was like,
What?
oh, you did it in school?
yeah, in school. We did it on a break in school, like lunchtime.
So what was your question that you asked?
We were like,
How
give,
many
these dinosaurs
dinosaurs?
give us a sign. Give us a sign or
I
something.
love
like
that you
that.
tried to contact dinosaurs.
Well, we didn't. We tried to contact spirits, but
Which spirit do you trying to contact?
I don't know, like
Dead people.
Charlie
Marilyn
Manson.
Monroe. He's not dead.
Oh no, he's not dead.
He's
Is he?
very much alive. No, one of the dinosaurs went off instead.
Yeah.
Dinosaurs are like, you're fucking
So
stupid.
that was the first thing, and then like for days afterwards, all this weird shit started happening.
So do you believe it worked?
Yeah, like because all this, like we had curtain rails like falling on top of us when we were going down to assembly. There were like people like screaming for no reason in our faces. It was fucking terrifying. I was like, what the fuck have we done?
I really want to do a Ouija board.
Oh no.
But you have to trust people that they're not going to fuck with it.
Oh well, you'll
Gary
always
would
get
fuck
one.
with
Gary
it.
would
Gary
totally
would
do
fuck
it.
Gary would
with
fuck
it.
I
with
wouldn't
it.
fuck with it.
Gary
Fuck
would
you.
fuck with it.
Oh, 'cause
Joel
he-
would be so
Cause he,
scared.
well, he
of
speaks to
stuff like
spirits, doesn't he?
And we could do it, and then we wouldn't tell Joel that
Does
we're
he?
going to pretend.
Does he?
Yeah.
Grinder doesn't
that.
count as
We'll
spirits.
all gang up on Joel.
We've been through this
And we'll
before.
freak him out.
Can we do a rigged Ouija, but Joel's the only one not in on it? So it could be thoroughly
It's
entertaining.
just Joel will die.
Let's try again. I'm sure it was a fluke. Joel will
Yeah.
die again.
Oh, he'd literally never
Joel's
speak to us
anus
again.
will bleed.
He will never find
It
love.
will really be scabies.
Oh.
Should we do one now?
Unless Lee's got a Ouija board tucked
I don't have a
away.
Ouija board.
Oh, you got to make one. Then that was good.
We've got scramble letters.
Do this, spirit of the new building. No, actually, this used to be an old building, like, and they just.
Oh,
built on top
it's
of
got
it.
burial grounds underneath, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Oh,
They just killed all the people in it and just
They bombed
filled
it.
it with gentrification.
Is anyone still scared of the dark?
No, I've never
You
been scared
see,
of the
no,
dark.
you say no,
I
but
free
like,
myself, like, I get into
you
it.
know, when you go down the hall and you put the lights off, and you're like, if you start thinking about it, you're like, oh, and
No,
you
you,
speed
you're,
up into your
you're
room.
thinking about what's in the dark,
When
though.
you
You're not really
think- yeah.
scared of the
It's the
dark.
same thing.
If
Yeah.
I think about it too much, but
Not as good stuff.
generally I'm not scared.
Well, that's because it could be a burglar. They could just like break into your house.
With a
As
razor.
soon as you start
Someone
thinking
break
about it,
into our
it's like
flats.
if you're in like a forest somewhere and it's dark, and then suddenly you start thinking about it, and you don't know what you like.
Is it
You're like, Blair Witch
Hackney?
Project!
That's when you suddenly start thinking there could literally be someone 5
Hackney
feet over
Downs.
there. and it's so
Hack
dark.
Downs. There's no forest around here.
Sometimes I leave London
What are
and
you
go
doing,
to the
Joel?
forest.
When you're in Scotland.
I get more scared in my parents' house by myself because it's noisier.
Is it
'Cause
old?
It's really, it's like,
Is it because of
It's
Ted?
like
Is he
a-
going around banging pans just
Yeah.
like, ah, you cunt, why'd you have to come home? All right, Dad.
sleep!
Don't sleep! Go back to your place in Putney, you dirty old cow!
Oh, clowns! That's made me think of clowns. Clowns are terrifying.
A lot of people are scared of clowns.
Why?
I'm scared of clowns.
Scary,
Clowns don't
they're
bother me.
Oh,
Nice, they're
no,
funny.
clowns
creepy.
Funny.
Because
Have they
they-
tried to touch your penis? Is that why you're scared?
The
of them?
what?
Lee, explain why clowns are scary because I do not find them scary.
I think it's because I read It. No,
It's
no.
a weird
What
sex
happens?
thing where all the kids have sex with the girl.
Yes, it's like a gang rape.
Oh my god.
thing.
It's not gang rape, she's consenting.
Well, yes.
They didn't put that in the
But-
film.
Why? Because
well,
the
because-
clown says so, or they just
Not because
want to do
Stephen
it?
King says so. And do you know why? He the king.
He the King.
I didn't-
Stephen King.
I enjoyed that.
Is it a good film?
I
Is
enjoyed.
it a good book?
I haven't.
though?
It's a great book. It's a fucking terrifying book.
I
So
enjoyed.
I love.
The book is
I
huge.
only read scary books.
I read the
27
book on the
years
train. I used to like actually genuinely be scared.
You know Poltergeist, where shitloads of the kids in Poltergeist have died.
Oh yeah.
No.
The main girl died.
Oh, yeah. What, in real life?
Yeah, in real life. So in Poltergeist, she dies. She's died, and then like 2 other kids that were in Poltergeist have died.
That's it.
Yeah.
Halloween's on! Quick, put the music on.
Oh my god, can we finish this and watch it?
It's a great.
The first one.
Yeah, the original.
Alright, okay, wrap the podcast up. What else are we going to talk about? We've been talking for hours.
Dog's freaking
So we've now reached the end of the podcast because a scary movie has come on TV.
Have we actually reached it?
And
That's the Twilight Zone, but never mind.
Yeah, it's John
not
Carpenter's
scary?
Halloween, which Yay! But yeah, I think we can all agree that what's been the scariest thing has been each other this evening.
It always is. Introducing Jamie Lee Curtis as Laurie.
Yeah, first ever movie Jamie Lee Curtis was in.
She's got tits out in this one, isn't she?
No, that's in Trading Places with Dan Aykroyd.
I thought she was tits out in this as well.
No, that's why she
Stop
doesn't
being
get
so
killed.
obsessed with tits, Ewan.
All gays are
Keep your
obsessed with
tits in,
Scream.
you don't get knifed.
Didn't Scream tell you anything?
Nick Ewan, I wish you'd learn these things because you're constantly getting stabbed.
I can't so they can keep
Get your
my
tits
tits are always
out.
out. My tits
Always
Wait,
waffling
tits
around.
out, get stabbed, tits in.
Claire hasn't got tits, that's why no one stabs her.
Because the lads are always like you and get your tits out for the lads, and I can never resist.
I've got such good morals.
Nice.
You've got great morals. Tiny little
Anyway,
nipples.
sorry, Lee's trying to do his
And
job.
on that note, I bid you adieu. Thank you very
When are
much.
we going to be back?
Oh, when are we going to be back? So we're actually
Christmas special.
Christmas special, Christmas special.
So
Woo,
yes,
woo.
get on your Santa hats because we'll be taking you on a sleigh ride.
And we'll try
Love
and
and kisses,
get
bye-bye.
everyone else here.
Bye.
Bye.